So I have been covering a lot of true physical games that are going to be coming to the Nintendo Switch 1 and 2 soon on this channel, as there has been a lot of new true physical releases for the Switch 1 and 2 that have been recently announced. So I figured I'll start off this video by talking about another that has just been recently announced. And this release is Aero the Acrobat collection that has just been announced by Limited Run Games. Pre-orders for this are going to start on May 22nd, and this announcement is so new that there isn't even any artwork for me to show yet. That hasn't even been revealed, but they have announced this on Twitter and on their website. And this collection is going to feature all 4 Aero the Acrobat games, including the never before released Mega Drive versions. And this announcement is so new, actually, I don't even know if there's a trailer out for this collection. So if there isn't, then I'll just show some gameplay for the first game, which that game did get a release and it did get a physical release, but I don't know if it got one here in the US. But I know that game, just for that one single platformer, I think it was like $35 for the physical, which I thought was a lot. So I'm glad I never ended up picking that up, because this collection is something that I'm definitely interested in. But are you interested in picking up this collection when it goes live for pre-orders on May 22nd by Limited Run? And I don't know why I've never talked about this upcoming game release, but Limited Run Games is going to be releasing the Marvel Maximum Collection, and pre-orders are actually going to be closing for that really soon, this Sunday on May 24th. Now, I do think there'll probably be other ways to get this game. Of course, resellers, but they usually charge a little more money. But Video Games Plus does end up selling a lot of limited run games as well. So I'm probably going to take my chances and wait on this, because I don't want to rush to have to pre-order this game right now. But this collection, the Marvel Maximum Collection, does look really cool. It's going to have a bunch of classic 2D beat 'em up action games from the X-Men series, from the Spider-Man series. You're going to have X-Men, the arcade game, Captain America and the Avengers, Spider-Man, Venom Maximum Carnage, Silver Surfer, bunch of other cool games. And like all these modern collections, it's going to have, the modern save states and rewinds and everything to make these games a little bit easier to play through, because I know a lot of those old school games that were made for the arcade and even just on those old school consoles were definitely pretty tough back in the day. So I've already covered games 1 and 2, and I'm just going to go ahead and cover games 3, 4, and 5 all together, because Limited Run is releasing Nintendo Switch copies of Fuga, Melodies of Steel 1, 2, and 3. Now, these are turn-based RPGs. I've heard a lot of great things about these. I know these have already received physical releases in other regions, but now they're officially getting released here in North America with the ESRB rated releases over here. So is this something that you're interested in picking up? I know I've heard a lot of people swear by these games as being amazing RPGs. Real quick, before I continue to talk about these upcoming true physical releases, I just want to ask, if you're enjoying the content, please hit the like button. Please hit the hype button. It really does help me out in the algorithm a lot. I really do appreciate it. And don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. Now, the next game that I want to talk about releases on June 10th, and I have talked about it on the channel before, but we're getting close to release, and I'm thinking this may end up being a day 1 purchase for me, because it is getting a true physical copy on the Nintendo Switch 2, and that game is Mouse P.I. for Hire. I have heard a lot of great stuff about this game. This game looks kind of like a boomer shooter, a single-player campaign shooter, but I really love the art style, the aesthetic of it. It kind of has that like 1950s kind of Roger Rabbit cartoon style, and it is a single-player shooter game. It's been a while since I've really played a single-player FPS, so I do want to try this out, see if I can get into it. And of course, I'm always glad to add more true physical games to my Nintendo Switch 2 collection. And the next game that I want to talk about is Another Eden Begins. This game releases on September 17th, and it's getting Japan import releases for the Nintendo Switch 1, and it's also getting a Nintendo Switch 2 edition, which is really cool. Now, this is a turn-based RPG. It's supposed to have multiple endings, a bunch of different party members that you can recruit. It does look really cool. Now, I do want to note that this is a port of a mobile game, but they have fully kind of reworked, re-optimized everything to make it an offline console version. and I'm pretty keen on adding this to my true physical collection of Nintendo Switch 2 games. But are you thinking of picking this up for your Switch 1 or your Switch 2? Definitely let me know in the comments below, because I know I do have at least some people that watch this channel and also like their turn-based RPGs. Now, the final two games that I'm going to talk about are both collections, and they're both European imports. I know one of them is a PEGI release, the other one I'm not sure about them, but the first one is the Toplin Arcade Garage Flying Fire Shark, and this is going to include 7 games, and these are like these classic shmup shooter games. I don't know too much about them, but I just figured I'd include them in this video since they are newly announced upcoming Nintendo Switch 1 releases for physical games. And then the second one is another Toplin Arcade game, and it's called Kyoko Tiger Heli, and this collection is going to have 8 games. I'm sorry if I'm struggling to pronounce that there. I'm not fluent in Japanese or any Asian languages or anything like that. Are you interested in picking these old shmup games up? I'm probably not. That's probably not my thing. I am interested in shmups, but I gotta be honest, for me, these just look a little bit too old school, not too intriguing. But maybe as I look over the trailer footage when I edit this video, maybe they'll stick out a bit more to me then. But based on what I was seeing in the screenshots, probably not. But anyway, I really do appreciate you all watching this video so much. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. I will definitely look forward to catching you all on the next video.